rapists are chief ministers, and they're, of course, great guys today. There are people who have so many cases against them. When we keep laughing at Donald Trump and pointing fingers at another country's president, our judicial system is doing nothing about the ruling party or all the criminals who have become, politicians.
That's what it is. The laws relating to the prohibition of this, say, accused, not convicted, I'm using the word accused, politicians from holding positions. That is not, the law is not made by the courts. Law is made by the parliament. The courts only execute whatever the parliamentary law says, the law, whatever is said by the system. The books are interpreted by the courts. So the parliament should take a very proactive role in preventing. There should not be any nomination by a person who is accused of an offence. That is not there. A person who is only convicted cannot contest. Therefore, the courts cannot say that, no, you are accused, therefore you cannot contest. Court cannot say that. It is the parliament which has to promulgate an appropriate law prohibiting the tainted officers, tainted politicians from contesting and holding positions. Which politician will do that? Majority members of the parliament, unfortunately, have some case or other.
Yeah.
There are cases pending against the former chief minister for the past 13-14 years.
Yes.
Not a single page is moved from left to right. They're not being tried. So whatever reason they're being adjourned, the petition is filed. The moment the petition is decided against this accused, it is taken to the High Court. There the entire proceedings are stayed. That is where, according to me, myself being a lawyer, I'm not happy with the way the system is.
It's corrupted. The judiciary system of any country is its lifeline. What the law says is what the law does. Today we have a very, very special session for you. Hello, I am Meenamma. I'm a storyteller and a trainer, and I wish to share my chats with inspirational people around me on varied topics of global interest, with the hope that my audience may design a better life from my episodes. Each talk that I do is an inward journey. Come travel with me today to meet an extraordinary human being, a lawyer. But do watch the episode till the end and subscribe to Meet Meenamma on YouTube, Instagram and other handles. I will also be putting out short clips and exciting reels on this episode for you to get valuable insights in lesser time. And I need your help to grow, so just now hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Thank you. Welcome to this episode of our Legal Insights podcast. Today we are thrilled to have Ravindra Prasad, a remarkable legal expert with over 38 years of experience. A proud alumnus of Andhra University, where he earned both his B.Sc and BL degrees. Mr. Prasad has been a vital part of the legal landscape in Visakhapatnam since enrolling in the Bar Council of Andhra Pradesh in 1988. Throughout his career, he has represented an impressive array of clients, including industry giants like Hindustan Petroleum and Adani, the Gangavaram port. His broad expertise spans property law, municipal law, debt recovery, and arbitration. As a former president of the Bar Association of Visakhapatnam and a visiting professor of law at the GITAM University, he has significantly impacted legal education while shaping the practice of law. In this episode, we'll tap into his wealth of knowledge, explore the complexity of legal practices, and the crucial role that legal advisors play in various industries and in this country, India. Join us for an engaging conversation that promises to illuminate the fascinating world of law through the insights of an experienced practitioner. Don't go away. You might love this episode. Hi, Ravi. How are you?
Absolutely fine.
Your honor, can I call you Ravi?
Absolutely. That's the easy way.
I've been waiting to talk to you, and how do you feel with Meenamma today?
Absolutely. You're known to us, all of us in Vizag.
Ravi, you're a very senior lawyer and a very respected lawyer. How did law come to you? Is it something that you always wanted to do?
No, no, not exactly. My father was a railway employee, a humble man, and we are three brothers. My elder is an engineer. Younger is also an engineer. So I thought of joining medicine, but things didn't work out. So I could not succeed in the entrance examination then. And I did my B.Sc, and then little confused I was, what where to next. And I thought of joining MSc. Then one of my friends' father, who was a leading lawyer then, I was like a family in that house. So he said, Ravi, there's no point doing MSc, so join law. You can try for employment, otherwise you can also practice law. So you have two options there. I'm talking about 83. So then Andhra University, I didn't get the admission. And then Andhra University Affiliate College, NVP Law College.
Yes.
In fact, founded by late Alwar Das.
Yes, yes.
Very
A great man.
great, absolutely great man. And his son Ravindra, we were together since childhood. So I could get into that college, 83, and then passed out in 1986. Got myself enrolled in 97, post my passing out of the university. And then little confusion again, first generation lawyer,
Yes.
and lots of confusion, the income part, how do I sustain, how do I survive? But God is very kind to me, good friends in the profession who were my seniors. They assisted me in my growth. They used to send me the briefs when I branched out in the year 1993 on my own. So there was never a dull day, absolutely comfortable. I always enjoyed myself being a
Yes.
lawyer, never unhappy. And God
Yeah.
is absolutely kind.
Wonderful. Ravi, you have the gift of the gab. I mean, I've seen you can talk, plus you're an intelligent person, so you can, intercept information. What do you think is your strongest point when you go in to fight a case? I know that people say there's a very thin line between a lawyer and a liar. But life is a debate. Let's be upfront. Life is a debate, and let the better man win. So when you equip yourself with your coat and you walk into the bar, when you talk, what is that one quality that you carry and which makes you feel confident?
I always feel that I'm very thorough with the point of law that is going to save me. I would never enter the court hall without a book in my hand and the precedent or the judgment that supports me. That is very important. Indian judiciary is precedent based. It's not like 2 2s are 4.
Correct,
Like
correct.
mathematics. E is never MC square equal to MC square, like it is in physics. When it comes to law, it is very fluid.
Yes.
Today's judgment passed by the AP High Court, which is in my favor, on which I can rely tomorrow and argue my case. Tomorrow, when I go to the court hall, that judgment could be overruled.
So you do your homework on the changes.
We have to every day.
It's dynamic.
It is absolutely dynamic. It is not like a river, it's like a sea.
Oh,
Waves are coming every time.
wow.
The judgment of the AP High Court should be approved by the Supreme Court. If it is not approved by the Supreme Court, it goes against me. So there's always, the learning is always very consistent. There's always consistent churning. So you should be updated with what is happening around you. So fortunately, these days, you have a lot of information on your mobile phone.
Correct.
I have so many applications, like Andhra Telangana case law or Supreme Court case law. The moment a judgment is passed by AP High Court or Supreme Court, that is flashed on my mobile phone.
Yes.
Similarly, there are certain WhatsApp groups. I pay 1,000 rupees a year. Every information throughout the country, every judgment that is passed by Kerala High Court, AP High Court, Telangana High Court, or Karnataka.
But there's so much of homework to do.
I keep, if I'm sitting with my phone in my house, the TV is on, even then I just keep it scrolling through these WhatsApp messages. They're all
Coming
judgments that are passed. So I download a judgment and send it to my office group. They'll take a print and keep the paper ready for my other case tomorrow. So there's a lot of learning that is happening around the clock.
As a common man, I'm going to change the syllabus of your questions. I want to ask you some questions which I know from my heart. Judicial appointments. The method of appointing judges has been contentious, particularly in the Collegium systems, whatever you do, which allows a group of senior judges to make your appointments. Critics argue that it lacks transparency and accountability. What do you have to say?
I thoroughly, 100% support Collegium system. Because judges will be knowing the character, capability, learning of the judges or the lawyers who are practicing in their courts. For example, if you are a judge, I'm practicing appearing in front of you and arguing the matters. You will assess my quality. You will assess my learning. So when the Collegium wants to elevate few lawyers into the system as judges, my consent is asked. When I say that yes, I want to accept judgeship, then that is sent to the Supreme Court. Then the Supreme Court will in turn send it to the consent. Okay, and the government is there. It is in consultation with the Collegium. The government.
So there is transparency, you say.
Absolutely, there can be one.
It is consensual and yes,
aberrations are not to be denied it. But practically, I think the safest way to select a judge is by the
someone they know.
Imagine the political interference is there in the selection of process. It is now once in a while we see that.
We see it. Appointments.
We see that once in a while the political appointments, affiliation of a particular person to a particular political party which is in power. We see that. And that is again an aberration.
Yes, yes.
And then the quality of the politicians that we have here.
Yes,
imagine a corrupt politician at the helm of affairs deciding as to who should be the judge.
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, I have a direct question on this. In the past 2 decades, there's somebody who's asked me to ask you this question. There's been a very disturbing trend. Judges allegedly are blackmailed by ruling parties to deliver favorable verdicts. And we all know whom we're talking about. They're rewarded post-retirement with the Rajya Sabha seats or governorships. We know whom we're talking about. Right. Is this the new normal? What is the future of Indian judiciary if this is the case?
It is definitely a very contentious issue. But the Constitution provides for appointment of certain individuals who are experts in certain areas of learning. Like, music, art. A cricketer is also
worthy of a membership.
Was a Rajya Sabha member. And then, who can be a better person than the former Chief Justice of India to be a member of the Rajya Sabha? Can he not contribute something to the system? The intention of the Constitution is definitely right. If it is misused by
the parties,
ruling establishment, and the person who is appointed to that position for whatever extraneous reasons, then it's a bad thing. But I'm talking about in good faith.
His quality will be good.
Absolutely.
But he's already sitting in so much of, conspiracy and so much of controversy. And
it depends on the person who is asked to sit there.
Yes.
If he is consciously, if he is clean, if he can contribute to the betterment of the community around, then his appointment is definitely welcome. I honestly believe in that.
You don't believe it's a blackmail system that's working in some cases? Okay.
Again, that's what I'm saying. The constitutional provisions are provided in good faith.
Correct.
Good faith.
Correct.
But if you misuse it, just because you gave me a judgment in my favor, I don't even believe in that. I don't even believe in the fact that the judges decide the cases. I'm very staunch supporter of the integrity of the system. I don't know why. Because I'm here since 38 long years, so I support the system. Maybe I'm made like that. There are instances where some of the judges are like the governorship. He should not have accepted. That's what my
yes.
But nomination of a former Chief Justice to the position of a Rajya Sabha member, according to me, that's provided for in the Constitution.
Yeah. I mean, that's a normal procedure, but the person who's guilty should have felt it. His conscience should have stopped it.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm talking about the
particular case.
Provision per se is in good faith.
Very true.
The person who is asked to sit there, he should introspect whether I deserve to be there or not.
Yeah, when the whole country knows what I've done.
Absolutely.
Yes.
There were certain allegations against him, with regard to a woman, a worker in his office. He should not have accepted that.
It makes the system a laughing stock to people like me.
Absolutely.
The pending cases, another case I want to talk about, the backlog of cases in India is a significant issue. Millions of cases are pending for years. I mean, we hear about it. This has led to debates about the judiciary efficiency and need for reforms. What do you have to say about these pending cases that have been?
Very true. See, I am from the trial court. This is where actually the pendency is more.
Okay.
And then the judge-citizen ratio, there's a certain prescribed ratio. 87 Law Commission said we should have 50 judges for 1 lakh people. That should be the proper ratio to maintain the the rolling out of the judgments. As of now, we have 18 judges per 1 lakh.
You mean the judges are not appointed?
Judges that are appointed, who are appointed, there are 25,000 odd judges in the trial courts in the country. That ratio is 18 judges per 10 lakh citizens. So the ratio is big. So the number of cases that are being filed vis-a-vis the number of cases being disposed of, there's a huge gap between. In a trial court, when the judges, every judge, every day we see that in the court hall. I go to a court with say about 5-6 cases to a specific court. On that day, about 200 cases are called on various stages of trial. Some for the appearance of the defendant, for filing written statements, for interlocutory applications, for cross-examinations. All the cases are called one by one to decide whether the case should be taken up today or tomorrow. Some of the cases are adjourned. Then about 10-15 cases are kept aside for taking up the cross-examination of arguments. The cross-examination is a vital part of a trial court procedure. So you cannot stop me from cross-examining my witnesses.
That takes time.
Absolutely. It can say, because my questions are dependent on the answers that are being given by the witness. If the witness accepts my query, my question in the cross-examination, I don't have any questions to put. If he denies and gives a different answer,
then you have to cross-examine.
Put a different question.
Very true.
So there are instances where we keep waiting for our turn to come, and the cross-examination goes on for about a couple of hours. And then more particularly when the documents are more. There are about 30, 40, 50 documents, various linked documents, sale deeds, gifts, wills, whatnot. I am confronting the other side witness with all these documents. So that will take considerable length of time.
So what is the solution for this? Do we have
there should be number of courts
to be increased?
Qualified,
better judges.
See, the corruption as far as the other major aspect is. Corruption is not, according to me, is just taking money and delivering a judgment. I think that is, according to me, my assessment. I never did come across a judge who took money to deliver a judgment.
But procrastination is another worse corruption.
The incompetence.
Yes.
The incompetence of a judge is more dangerous than a judge who is taking money for a judgment.
Very true.
So what happens is inefficiency would lead to so many delays because he is unable to understand. There are about 30-40 documents filed with various relevances. He is expected to go through the document, go through the judgments that we file in support of that, analyze everything. It is easy to be a lawyer than a judge. Because in a court, we are presenting our case. What is in my favor, I argue, close the file and go home.
Go home, yeah.
Same is the case with the defendant. He'll argue what is wrong on my side, what is good on his side.
Then the story starts for the judge. Poor chap.
It is for a judge to decide. There are about 150 documents which are presented before him. 10 each witnesses which are presented before him, examined and cross-examined, voluminous record. And the citations and the precedents that we present before the court, the case bundle is like this. He had to go home, read the entire record, analyze, and then give a judgment. So inefficiency is one major reason. And according to me, in 2002-2003, some of the high courts have approved the appointment of law graduates straight from the law college
without experience
to become the judges.
Oh, that is so
unfair.
That
was in 2002.
Is that system still prevalent?
Fortunately, before last month, the Supreme Court had struck down that idea. They said, enough of this.
So what happened to that bunch of people?
They're all senior judges now.
Okay.
So all the judgments which are now, this judgment which is passed by the Supreme Court is only prospective in nature. So the future employment, future recruitment of judges, the junior level, that is the junior most rung for the junior civil judges in Andhra Pradesh. You should have at least minimum 3 years of court-going experience. That gives the
strength, the maturity,
what exactly is a pleading, what exactly is a cross-examination.
Yeah, very true.
Especially more particularly in the criminal side. You are deciding someone's future. If someone is unfortunately convicted, his career is gone.
Yeah.
So This 2002 to 2020-25, about 22-23 years of, I was absolutely vocal against this appointment of fresh law graduates. They do nothing.
Yeah.
Straight from the college, they come sit on the bench, and we call them Your Honor.
Yes.
That gives them a different.
It's like the US system when the public is called in for a hearing, but then he's not the decision
Yeah,
maker.
he's in the jury.
He's the jury. Yes,
He'll
yes.
only contribute to whatever he thinks about that particular case. Whereas here, he's passing a decree. He's
Yeah.
convicting a person maybe for a theft, maybe for some rash and negligent driving, unable to understand what exactly that particular section says. So that is one major
Issue.
So the trial courts, actually, the maximum of the pendency is in the trial courts. That is because we don't have enough of number of judges, and then as I told you, the judge citizen ratio that is much higher.
Yeah.
So the number of judges should be increased,
Okay.
and then the infrastructure should also be increased. Till very recently, you have to necessarily believe, till about 5-6 years, most of the courts had typewriters.
Oh, okay.
The district courts, they have provided computers, and then UPS system. When the power goes off, the entire deposition, is vanished from the system. So they started providing. So we are just upgrading, and the courts are not, most of the offices are air conditioned, but the courts are air conditioned about 2-3 years since. So the working environment is also not so very convenient. So we go to court at 10:30 and keep waiting for our turn to come.
In that heat.
In a day, a court can effectively hear 4-5 cases. That is one of the major reasons. And rest of the 20 cases which are called in and kept aside,
they just wait and go back.
Absolutely.
Backlash.
There are days when we don't even open our mouth. We would not even say, Your Honor, 5:30, 5 o'clock is over, and we go.
It's so sad.
So we end up waiting for our turn to come. That is nobody's fault.
Just the lack of a
absolutely
efficient system.
Efficient system. And then I told you, there are certain aspects of speedy action from the courts. For example, a judgment is passed against me. I have to take it in appeal. For taking a matter in appeal to a higher court, I need the copy of the judgment with a seal of the court. That's called the certified copy of the judgment. You should believe it will take sometimes 3, 4, 5 months to get that particular judgment copy.
Oh my God.
In a civil case.
Oh my God.
Because the judgment runs into, say, about 100-150 pages. And then it should be typed, it should be corrected. The court will have to sign that, reread the judgment, and then if there are any corrections that are carried out, there are hundreds of judgments pronounced by the court.
How much patience do you have?
Absolutely. And the client is after us, sir, we lost the case, we have to take it in appeal.
Next week.
Whereas in the criminal trial, the judgment is a conviction judgment, then and there itself the judgment is given to the client. Whereas in the civil law, we have to make an application for that's called a copy application.
Yes.
And then after some time, the stamp is called for, how much stamp we have to pay for
it.
These are all the things which can be done away with. So the procedural lacunae is one of the other reasons for these delays.
But why is this lacunae there after so many years of independence?
There are still, in fact, some of the nomenclature, I would say, in the court, they're called Nazarat.
Oh.
And the person it's a central what you call delivery system. Okay, and the person who's in charge is called the Nazar.
This is like the hangover of the Mughal Empire.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Slowly they start calling, the guy is superintendent now, So we are still, in that.
That's true.
We're slowly modernizing, but that case is not enough.
There's also an accusation that there has been a judicial overreach. Some argue that your judges have overstepped boundaries and by intervening in matters that should be left to the executive or the legislative branches. Then because of this, there's some tension between different branches of the government. Why does this happen so often?
I'll tell you. I'll clear this cloud on the subject. See, every independent state of this particular country, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, they're also elected governments. Okay, let's go to the latest case from Tamil Nadu, Governor Ravi's issue.
Yes.
Okay. The government of Tamil Nadu passes a bill. Okay, elected government, majority government. and they want that bill be processed and approved by the governor so that they can deliver the goods or the benefits of that particular bill to
Yeah.
its citizens.
Yeah.
If the governor is sitting on that particular bill for months together, okay, who is going to check him? Should the elected government, headed by the chief minister and his council of ministers,
Intervene.
wait for this governor to wake up from his slumber, sign and then approve the bill, or whatever his decision is, be it rejection or approval? Let him wake up and then look into the bill and pass whatever he wants to say. If he's sleeping over the bill, what should this particular government do? Where should they go? See, this is more. This is just because of the political rift between the political establishment at the center
And the state.
If the, for example, if the same bill, a similar bill is
Maybe
passed,
because there's a different government, different party.
exactly.
Yes.
If the party which is in power in the central government, for example, one of the constituents of that particular, coalition,
Yeah.
is governing that particular state, there will be an immediate approval of the particular bill. So this kind of situation, where should the aggrieved state government go?
Correct.
They have to necessarily go to the court, because the court is not definitely the Supreme Court or the High Court. They never did say that we are superior to the Parliament. We're all one next to each other.
Yeah.
But if you overstep, if you don't do something which you're supposed to do,
we will go to the next
I am
level.
the one who's expected to wake you up and
Tell
ask you
you.
to do something.
Very true.
That is not, I think, is overstepping the limitations. Because you are not doing something which you're supposed
to do. Yeah, that's a different case.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't think if the Supreme Court tells the President of India or the governor of a particular state to dispose of a bill presented to you within a specific time, 3 months or 4 months.
But don't you have a window when the whole thing should close? Is there nothing like that when a bill is being passed?
No.
Okay.
I'm giving it to you for your reference, sir. You just check this and then. That's why the Supreme Court very recently said it directed the governors as well as the President of India to dispose of or pass an order to decide on the specific bill presented by a state within a specific period of time. And then the former Chief Minister, Vice President, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, was very vocal about it, saying that this is judicial overreach.
Yes.
No. If the government, this is also a elected government. I'm not talking for or against any government.
Very
but
true.
if I were a Tamilian sitting in Tamil Nadu, if I am the supporter of DMK party and a bill which is passed by the government for the benefit of the Tamilians or the residents of Tamil Nadu, if that is not being approved by the governor, I am not a happy man.
Very true. Very true.
So that's why there are instances where the court will have to necessarily whip the people who are sleeping or in deep slumber. That is not judicial activism or judicial overreach.
Yes.
It is required.
It
is not showing any superiority.
Our ex-vice president today, if at all I had to use the word overreach, I'll feel bad for him today. What has happened has happened. Now we come to a very important thing, I mean, of course, with the custodians of justice themselves abusing their own colleagues and violating the human dignity within the court chambers. As all of us know what has happened, the sexual molestation case, mostly sexual, and with younger colleagues and beautiful girls and boys. It shakes the entire foundation of the legal system. What steps are needed now to hold these people responsible?
When it comes to the trial court judiciary, so I'm a trial court lawyer, so I would say trial court judiciary. I have seen cases where the judges were suspended, terminated from the services, prosecutions were launched, arrested. But the comparative, I should say, abuse compared to various other departments or wings of the government, judiciary is much more watched.
Yeah.
They're watched. Every judge is watched by all of us. So there is definitely, they cannot afford, in fact, to cross their lines like any other employee. But there are very few instances of this kind of harassment happening.
High profile case of the Chief Justice of India. It's raised questions. I mean, there's some people who are protected and they become somebody else. They resurrect as some other avatar. So
that should have been, in fact, the in-house inquiry that was conducted against that particular judge. That was a pure mockery.
Yes.
It should have been much more stricter, more transparent, and then whatever was happening. In fact, he was also a member of that particular committee.
Yes.
An accused being a member of that particular
Same committee. I mean, and it's so crazy. I mean, I just reminding you that, in our country today, rapists are chief ministers, and they're, of course,
Right.
great guys today. There are people who have so many cases against them. When we keep laughing at Donald Trump and, pointing fingers at another country's president, our judicial system is doing nothing about the ruling party or all the criminals who have become,
See,
politicians.
that's what it is. The laws relating to the prohibition of this, say, accused, not convicted, I'm using the word accused, politicians from holding positions. That is not, the law is not made by the courts. Law is made by the parliament. The courts only execute whatever the parliamentary law says. The law, whatever is said by the system, the books are interpreted by the courts. So the parliament should take a very proactive role in preventing. There should not be any nomination by a person who is accused of an offense. That is not there here. Person who is only convicted cannot contest. Therefore, the courts cannot say that no, you are accused, therefore you cannot contest. Court cannot say that. It is the parliament which have to promulgate an appropriate law prohibiting the tainted officers, tainted politicians from contesting and holding positions. But which politician would do that? Majority members of the parliament, unfortunately, have some case or the other.
Yeah.
So they cannot do anything that goes against their interests. So court has no role to play as far as the contesting, the tainted or accused members contesting for the parliament or the assembly. The courts have no role to play.
It is very sad for common man like us to think that these are the people who have laid down the judicial system, and these criminals are the guys who are going to get, work within us, and we have to keep salaming them as some, some governor somewhere or something. So, it's very unfair.
Absolutely, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. In that particular aspect, the courts have no role to play.
Okay.
It is the parliament which have to come out with a law which prohibits these people from contesting the elections.
But has any effect, I mean, any appeal been made?
Who will make the appeal?
The common man might shout, but then what about the judicial system?
Judiciary will not prescribe things. It's not their role. Because if you see, the parliament is saying the court judiciary is overstepping their domain. They are trying to encroach into our domain. So you do that. So why will the court prescribe or describe? You should do this. Should do that. It is for the parliamentary positions. They have to come up with laws which can prohibit these criminals from contesting the elections. Unfortunately or fortunately, there are separate courts established for trying the politicians who are tainted. There are special courts constituted. But if we know, there are cases pending against the former chief minister for the past 13-14 years.
Yes.
Not a single page is moved from left to right. They're not being tried. So whatever reason they're being adjourned, a petition is filed. The moment the petition is decided against this accused, it is taken to the High Court. There the entire proceedings are stayed. That is where, according to me, myself being a lawyer, I'm not happy with the way the system is functioning.
It's corrupted.
I wouldn't call it corrupt. They give different reason for that, but I wouldn't call it corrupt. The High Court can comfortably say that, yes, this judgment is wrong. Go argue the case before the trial court. Why should the High Court keep this particular petition pending before it by staying the proceedings before the trial court, keep it pending for years together? This man is contesting the elections, getting elected, going to the assembly, going to the parliament. So this, according to me, is major part of the delay, according to me, I attribute to the formalities or the procedures of the High Court. The trial courts, according to me, again, they're much more faster. Despite so many lacunae, despite so many handicaps, the trial courts are functioning according to the schedule.
The pressures are not as much. Very
because
true.
the High Court is overseeing the functioning of the trial courts. Every day, the trial court judge will be sending like a LIC agent or a marketing executive of a pharmaceutical company. He would be sending a list of cases every day.
Not yet finished.
He'll upload the data to the concerned department saying that I decided so many cases today. There is no such check and balance as far as the High Courts are concerned. So here the trial court judge is running, he is made to run. But once a petition goes to the High Court, it is now in the court storage.
Ravi, is it Andha Kanun? Is
No.
the lady always blinded?
Not exactly. That's now removed in the Supreme Court.
The blind?
Removed. It does. They're all poetically expressed that way. Definitely, courts are not on that. There are instances where the courts there certain sumo to instances where the court sees certain things, unfortunate happening. The courts take up the matter sumo and then pass appropriate orders directing the governments to do A, B, C things. So courts are not definitely on that.
Very true. What is, you've been in the system now for how many years? Almost 4 decades, isn't
Close
it?
to 39th year running.
See, now when you're telling me the system is still belongs to a 1942 system,
Sometimes.
But what is the impact of technology then? Everywhere we have technology.
Technology is now, we are adopting to that. When it comes to service of notice, for example, if I file a suit against X, who lives in, say, Delhi. So I'll have to send, the court will be sending notices through court by a cover and registered post. It will be sending that to a person who is living in Bombay. Imagine practically the person is a travel. He's
not around.
He's out of station. Then the cover will come back to the court saying that the person is door locked. Again, fresh notice. Okay. That way, the unscrupulous defendants sometimes delay the receipt of the notice itself for years together.
So they have not received it. That's it.
Because every time the summon that is sent, it returns to the court saying that the door is locked.
Not received.
The person is not residing there. And then in the meantime, the cause is dead.
Yes.
My litigation will be dying. The purpose of my filing the suit is dying.
The expiry date is over.
Exactly. So that is the time when then the court will order a publication in the newspaper. You must have seen in the newspaper type of notifications.
Yes.
There's a case filed against you, appear on so and so.
Yes.
The court will say, make a publication in so and so newspaper in Bombay. I make the publication done. I get an ex parte decree. In a year and a half, 2 years later, that fellow will come back saying that I did not know that there's a publication made against me. Therefore, condone the delay, set aside the ex parte decree, again back to square one. So now they are adopting the service of notice by emails. In an electronic mail, the service of notice is not acknowledged. It is only proof of my dispatch.
Yeah, but they have received it. You can get a proof of that.
That is now being adopted. So artificial intelligence is not yet it's no as far as the judicial process is concerned, because the courts are not so very happy with AI as of now.
Yeah.
Because I did try.
The privacy matters, is it? Yes.
Yeah. So the communication part is the very important part when it comes to filing of a suit, service of notices, etc. They're now being streamlined. Emails are being now accepted. The courts also approved service of notices by WhatsApp. I can as well send a photograph
and have a blue tick.
Send it to the other side. They get a blue tick.
Yeah.
That is considered to be a
receipt. Yes.
And then slowly technology is getting in. Supreme Court is almost becoming a paperless court now.
Correct.
All the judges, if you see the court proceedings, all the judges are sitting with the tabs. The senior lawyers, they're also taking now tabs and then arguing the cases before the court. That is yet to percolate to the trial courts. But some of the younger generations, they are now using tablets and then arguing the cases. The technology is slowly coming in, but it will come.
Some of our greatest leaders, Indian national leaders, B.R. Ambedkar, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, were all lawyers. They were advocates, and they made such wonderful constitution and laws. But their laws have remained like that. There's no change in there. There's no amendment that's worth it. From 1950-52, what Mr. B.R. Ambedkar has done, there's nothing. I mean, everything remains status quo. Does it frustrate you as a lawyer that,
No, not exactly. I'm very happy with the laws that were actually, B.R. Ambedkar's contribution is to the Constitution. But the core law, you call it I call it Indian Penal Code. Or the Evidence Act, the Criminal Procedure Code, Civil Procedure Code, Transfer of Property, Contract, they're all from the British law.
Are they still relevant?
They're absolutely relevant. Only recently, the government had changed the names from English to Sanskrit.
Of course.
Bharatiya, Sanskrit.
Yes, now from India to Bharat, we have traveled a long distance.
Yes. Barring that, I did not see any change in the basic structure of the law. And then I'm very happy with that.
Okay.
There is the law which are promulgated years ago, they're still relevant today.
So you don't think any of the laws are controversial? What was promulgated, I mean, they're not outdated or
Some of the see,
controversial.
some of the outdated and redundant enactments were already repealed. Hundreds of them are repealed.
Repealed,
Yeah,
okay.
during the recent past by this present ruling establishment.
Mm-hmm.
So effectively, as of now, my little knowledge, I approve all the laws which are as of now in vogue.
Mm.
Only thing is, I'm not happy with the food adulteration law.
Correct.
Food adulteration law, according to me, an adulterer of food is no less than a murderer.
Correct. Criminal.
If I commit a murder, only one person is the victim. When it comes to food adulteration, the generations are dead.
The ecosystem dies.
Absolutely. And there should be capital punishment. My opinion. There should be capital punishment when it comes to food adulteration. But they get away with the fines. They just simply pay the fine. Be it 5 lakhs or 5,000 or 50 rupees, they get away with it.
What do you think about rape?
Rape, I have an instance to tell you. Rape is definitely, in a rape, there are two victims.
Yes.
The person who suffered that and her family.
Mm.
In a murder, the victim is dead and gone. Only the family suffers the pain of losing him.
Very true.
But in a rape, it is the victim personally and her family. Unfortunately, the stigma that the family carries, especially in a country like India. I don't say that rape is an easy thing in other countries. There is definitely a trauma. But there are two victims in this rape. And it should be capital punishment, my assessment.
Yes.
But at the same time, there cannot be a kind of, what you call encounters of the victim. No, they should not do that.
Yeah.
There should be a full and fair trial. Because recently, about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a rape and a little girl was burned to death, a dentist in Hyderabad.
Correct.
Okay. The 4 accused were apprehended. The next day, they were encountered. That is not right. That is a mass justice.
Very true.
Because every person who is convicted he'll undergo a formal trial. Without trial, if a person is allowed to be killed that way, that would result in other crimes. When it comes to rape trials, I'll give you an example. I was sitting in one of the courts which is exclusively trying the offences against women. The district judges in the trial courts conduct both civil and criminal cases. I was sitting in the court hall for my civil case to be taken up. By that time, that particular court was taking up a rape case. The victim was in the witness box. And she refused. The prosecution puts a question. What's your name? Did you lodge the complaint? Yes. Is he the accused? He was the one who committed that act of rape against you? This woman refuses to identify that particular accused.
Because she's frightened.
I'll tell you how and why. The counsel who is expected to cross-examine her, he'll say, I have nothing to cross-examine. Right? Because she did not identify the accused. So what is there for me to cross-examine? Next witness, PW2. PW means prosecution witness number 2. Was her husband. Who intervened when this act was going on. So this man, the accused, ran away. Her husband chased him, caught hold of him. He was beaten and then he was handed over to the police. He was the star witness and eyewitness also. Even he refused to identify the accused.
He caught him with his own hands.
Exactly. And the judge asked him, I still remember, asked the public prosecutor, Mr. Public Prosecutor, what is this mockery? What are we doing here? Then he says, sir, these are all politics, sir. They get because caste politics, political parties intervention, caste equations intervening, and then the accused will pay them something. Imagine a victim whose body was abused. Do not want the accused to be punished.
She wants to compromise now. Oh, that's so sad.
See, that's what I'm saying. So, I don't say that these things happen on a daily basis, but these things do also happen.
What about the honor killings? You hear more of it in North India, but
it is percolating down south also. I did see a couple of instances happening in Tamil Nadu very recently.
Very recently, yes.
So it is like any other. It's not a special category crime. It is like any other murder provided for in an Indian Penal Code. How can you kill someone?
Yes.
You know, be it honor killing. Honor killing is, interreligious, interfaith marriages, intercaste marriages. I cannot see them in a different light. They're like any other crime. Should not have happened. They should not happen.
Mm.
So the judgment or the punishment or the conviction is the same for anything.
Yes.
Because it is a honor killing, he is not punished differently.
Mm.
But I wish there should be a separate section which gives him a different.
Okay.
That's how it is. But we cannot.
See, what about the LGBTI rules? See, now marrying of the same sexes. There's been so much happening. Every other country has opened its doors. The closet is open. I mean, it's a natural human thing.
It's an aberration.
Yes, and our country still has these notions. What does the legal system have for the LGBT
Legal
brothers
system,
and sisters?
it's not approved yet in our
Yes.
country. It's not
Yeah.
approved yet because our social fabric, the way we are brought up, our the way we think about the man, women, the gender barrier, that's pretty different. So it will take considerable length of time.
But till
approve.
then, people will do it back door and behind the
It's happening.
doors.
It is happening since years.
You can't avoid your
You
natural
can
natural
definitely not. You
instinct.
can definitely. That's what I'm saying. So again, approval of this kind of marriages or cohabitations, that should be approved by the parliamentary law. The courts cannot say that no, you go ahead, I'm approving it. It's not definitely in the court's domain.
It's the parliament
It
again.
is absolutely.
Okay.
It's absolutely the parliament. Like what you said, there are living together. There are weddings between
Yes.
two women happening.
Yes.
Their approval by the judicial system is again a different question altogether.
Yes.
These things are happening. As you rightly said, these things are happening, but they don't have the approval of law as far as Indian system is concerned.
Ravi, what about the live-ins? Now that's become a big thing. Personally, I think it's not a bad idea for people rather than to divorce. I mean, for my generation, maybe it's not right for me to even say it, but I think it practically, I see a lot of marriages breaking and divorce is such a prevalent thing.
Absolutely.
And this equality thing about men and the woman, and there is something wrong. Everything has happened. We have brought up a millennial group that is totally screwed in their head. So in this scenario, live-ins could be a relief for parents or for families to understand that they know each other, they've stayed with each other. But some of them have children during the live-in periods, and there is no law to protect the child in the terms of the law. It's a very bad word when you hear,
that's how
but
it is.
legally that's
Can't
what
help
it is.
Can't help it.
What do you have to say about this?
See, live-in relationship, as far as the man is concerned, if the relationship it fails. We're only talking about the negative impact of
Correct.
the live-in relationship. If the relationship fails, the man is a free bird.
Yes, he has no binding.
Absolutely,
Yes.
there's nothing happening there. And if there is a child out of this relationship, the lady will have to live with that.
Because she's the mother.
Absolutely. So these things are very social acceptance again.
Now, what about property laws? The child is somebody else's child.
The child is given certain protections as far as the property.
So the father's property doesn't go to him because he's not married legally to the mother.
It's not necessary.
Okay.
Even relationship, there are certain protections.
There are laws now.
There are judge-made law which said he deserves protection.
There's so much that we can talk, because there's so much of ambiguity in my head.
There are ambiguities. They're not exactly ambiguities. I would say common man's ignorance.
Correct.
They think that they read a judgment in the headline of a judgment in a newspaper and say that, like, Maligram Blast case.
Correct.
Okay. The majoritarian, aspect comes into picture. Some of the liberal thinking people say that is judgment is pro a community or anti a community. They should not have been like that. But you have to believe that judge had gone through about 30,000-40,000 pages of evidences. He had gone through about 10,000 material objects. It's called material objects. The murder weapon and everything that they're called MOs. And then examined close to 1,000 witnesses. And he pronounced a judgment which runs into about 1,100 pages. It's not an easy job.
Not easy.
So if you want to judge a judgment, you should read the judgment.
Correct.
Without reading that, we come to conclusions saying that no, it should not have been done like that. Similarly, 2G spectrum case,
Yes.
that had shaken the Indian, the political spectrum. If you remember 2G
Yes,
spectrum
yes, the
case,
scam.
I think Vinod Rai was the
Yeah.
controller and auditor general. He did come up with a very vague statement that because of the policy of the government, the Indian state had lost close to 2 lakh crores of
Revenue.
revenue. And then, the entire India had seen Kanimali and then
Yes, yes.
D. Raja being imprisoned.
Imprisoned, yes.
And the trial went on. Hundreds of witnesses were examined. I still remember the last paragraph of the judgment. Okay, Mr. Saini. He says, he was the judge. He says, all these years I was waiting in my court hall, okay, from 10:30 to 5 in the evening, waiting for a credible witness to come into the court hall and tell something relevant to this particular case.
Nobody came.
Nobody had come, and I cannot deliver a judgment based on public emotions. Everybody said, see, again, I'm saying that I'm not pro any party.
Yes.
But we were all angry at that particular point of times, attributing malice to UPA government, saying that
Very true.
they were corrupt, he is corrupt, he has taken money. Ultimately, nobody had come to court.
People only bark, they don't bite.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That particular judgment, if you read the judgment, the frustration of the judge, sitting in the court hall every day for a witness to come and nobody speaks sense, what will have to do? His judgment cannot be based on public perception. It should be well founded within the framework of law. Then only he can convict.
Very true.
So he acquitted all the accused.
It's really sad.
So when you read the heading of a judgment in a newspaper, newspapers are also biased now.
Correct.
Okay,
they belong to different parties.
Pro or anti. So when a judgment is pronounced, even the language is also different. If the judgment is against the other side, this person is publishing it in his newspaper, his language is different. Little
yes, twisted,
sarcastic,
twisted,
and
yes.
twisted kind of. So when I'm not happy with the judgment. They say that no, this judge is biased towards because of his caste. What is this? They read, imagine a judge pronouncing a judgment that runs into 1,200 pages. A common man, if I need to prepare a plaint running into 7 or 8 pages, I'll take 3 days minimum.
Yes.
Whereas a 1,000-page judgment and the judge going through the entire evidence, oral evidence, documentary evidence, and then material objects, and then passes a judgment, and the judgment is given in one single line, so and so
acquitted. Yes, that was a very disturbing one.
Similarly, in fact, I did pass this judgment to some of my friends, the Ayodhya judgment. Again, I'm like a lawyer. I'm talking.
Yes.
Okay, it ran into 1,600 pages. How much time would anybody require to write a novel or a book running into about 1,600 pages? So this bench consisting of very learned judges passes a judgment ran into 1,600 pages, going to the entire record available, and then Ayodhya judgment decided like this.
One small sentence.
And then we keep judging the judges.
Yes.
So there are certain misconceptions which most people have, but this system as of now is less corrupt. I'm very trying to be politically right. Less corrupt. Transparency as far as the appointment of the judges is concerned, according to me, this is the best thing that can happen. Imagine the politicians appointing judges.
Yeah, we've had it. Yes.
Imagine, I don't want to name, but
yes, of
who
course.
are all at the helm of affairs.
Yes.
And then the political appointments that we see now are in the trial courts and the higher courts. The government appointing its own lawyers, the government leaders or the lawyers representing their independent departments.
What is the quality of these people?
That is where the government is not so very keen on having a best lawyer available.
Yeah, anybody who pleads on their behalf.
They want the people who are loyal to them.
Yeah.
You understand? There are every party has a legal cell.
Yeah.
People who are prominent in that particular legal cell, they're all appointed. I mean no disrespect.
Yes, of course.
But in the process, the quality is compromised.
And they won't have the guts to talk against the people who put them there.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I have seen my own eyes when the then sitting member of MLA had to face a criminal trial in one of the courts here. The judgment was being pronounced. The public prosecutors are supposed to be on the other side, right? All the public prosecutors in all the courts, they were standing behind this man when the judgment was pronounced, because their loyalty was not towards the state.
It was towards this
It was towards the
individual.
person who belonged to the ruling establishment.
Oh, that's so sad.
See, again, I say that I have no disrespect for anybody who is there.
But this
I'm
was a
talking
show
about-
of, this was a show of
Absolutely.
dishonesty.
Absolutely. Let the government pick and choose the best lawyer available to fight their case. The government wouldn't do that. This is another form of, I would say, corruption.
Correct.
When a criminal trial is happening, when the accused is being represented by a good lawyer, but the prosecution is represented by not so very good lawyer, then the accused is at a different advantage.
Yes.
The prosecutor is unable to place the right cards before the court. So that's the advantage accused.
Very true. Very true.
So many factors. Once, because I'm in the system, I see these things, from a very next to the ring. I see sometimes, I feel sorry, but the system should go on. But I'm very confident that the next generation has a better learning.
Sometimes do you feel like just throwing your coat and walking out?
Never. Never.
You don't
Good,
think?
bad, ugly is part of the system. They're always there. That's what makes the good different. They stand good, stand apart.
In films and a perception of the common man of a lawyer is this wonderful orator who then puts the hammer, but says that I said this and I won the case. And then the judge says that he's the hero because he won. So are you all those heroes? When you plead, do you want to be that guy?
No, it doesn't happen.
That Amitabh Bachchan on the court.
They're all in the movies. They're all to entertain. But when we argue the case in the right way, we know that we are arguing good.
Yes.
It gives you a different feel, the right direction, right judgments are being cited. When we go out and the lawyers, our colleagues and the juniors who are sitting in the court hall, when they come out,
they really clap for you.
They clap for us. They thank.
That's a lovely,
very nice argument, sir.
Validation.
We noted the judgments, sir. That gives us a kick of.
Ravi, as we talked just maybe 24 hours ago, the poor, muted, voiceless dogs, stray dogs of India have been condemned to, a death or, whatever you call it by the law. What do you say about it? My heart bleeds for...
Fine.
Yes, I mean...
So there are two perceptions for everything. There are two ways of looking at everything. We see it from the dog's point of view. Okay. Let us see that from the victim's point of view. We have seen in Visakhapatnam couple of, I think 4-5 years ago, a little boy, the son of one apartment watchman on the beachfront. He was mauled to death. He was shredded to death.
Yes, he was.
Can this parent not approve? She will definitely approve this judgment. And this judgment is not asking the government to condemn these stray dogs. We should again, that's what I'm saying. This is again the, coming to a judgment based on the headings that you...
Now, let me tell you the next step. Right. The next step is they'll be put in shelters. Right. There are no shelters. Right. There are maybe 40 shelters. I've done a lot of homework on this. All over India, there are no pounds, no shelters, and no land. Fine. So you need to put these shelters a little away from the city. Right. There's no land available.
Let there be a beginning at least. See, it's certain judgments. See, when the government came up with a rule that they should not be smoking in the public areas, there were protests. They were not, maybe, they were not candlelit marches on the city, but there were protests. All the smokers were unhappy. But now they're used to it. When you walk into the restaurant sometimes, some years ago, just smoke.
Yes, it was disgusting.
But now it is very pleasant. You can feel the, the fragrance of
the food.
Whatever.
Yes.
So for some time, there will be an element of difficulty. There will be an element of protest. But over a period of time, there will be some kind of regulatory mechanisms set in. It will not happen overnight. The 8 weeks time that the court had given definitely is ridiculous. It cannot happen. In the statistics say, I was listening to one of the animal rights activists on the TV. He says there are over 10.5 lakh stray dogs in Delhi
area itself.
They require at least about 150 acres.
Yes.
Land to install
and helpers and cleaners. Exactly. All this is an ecosystem.
Absolutely. But at the same time, there should be some element of a beginning made. According to me, it is a beginning. It is not that they're going to maim or kill the dogs and then get rid of them. But for the time being, some direction is given. Let there be a movement, something in a good direction. The courts have prescribed certain guidelines also, how the dog should be treated, how the dog should be taken care of. They did not say that you have to cull them or kill them. No, they did not say that. So if you read the public opinion on these judges, they are being trolled and abused like
Yeah.
my heart bleeds for them. This is a judgment of the apex court. It has certain valid reasons, balancing both the victim's perception as well as the welfare perception. You have to take it. And the government will definitely not be in a position to comply with the directives within 8 weeks' time.
Yes.
Impossible. They will definitely file a review petition saying that, sir, this is not possible. So extend the time by some more years. Otherwise, we will have a committee appointed to study. These are all the tactics anyway the government will.
Yes.
But as of now, the judgment should not be viewed as something which is anti, dogs or. I am protecting the system. This way. My system, the judges' system. It is a beginning made in a very right earnest. Let there be some settle, what you call the shelters created.
Maybe the corporates can come and part of CSR.
Everything has a beginning.
Everything
has a beginning. Yes. Everything will be fine. But we cannot look at dogs as the animal lovers. But you have to look at the situation from the other perspective.
The victims.
The victim's perception. Imagine the mother, her plight. Her boy, child.
Yes, mauled and
he's ripped.
Yeah.
So these are all, how you look at it from both perceptions. You have to look at from both the aspects to understand.
We can go on and on because I came to talk to a lawyer, but I see somebody who's protecting his profession with the right kind of a fight, a great debater. What do you think you have to say to any of the young people who are watching who want to become lawyers?
It is one of the finest professions. It gives you a kind of satisfaction that money comes little later. You should not think that from the day one you start driving a Mercedes. It will take quite some time. The learning is always the key word. As I mentioned, every day, every moment there is a change in the manner in which the courts are looking at a particular case. What is right today? What the judgment which is in your favor today? You go to court tomorrow to say that, Your Honor, this judgment of AP High Court is in my favor. There is a chance, there is a probability of the other side coming up with a judgment which says that my judgment is already overruled.
Oh, yeah.
That quick the transition is.
Yes.
Therefore, unless you are equipped with
the knowledge, latest, immediate.
You have to. Otherwise, it is like a race. Whoever has the better knowledge than your neighbor. I am better equipped with the particular subject. I run faster.
Wonderful.
So, there should be constant updation.
Yes.
The learning is the only way. I won't say hard work. We worked hard. I'm talking about my age.
Yes.
Sense that we never had the gadgets like the computers. The Google was something which is never there. There were no softwares giving us the data. We always had digests, the books called digests.
You have to read through all those. Yes.
Or the compendia, or quinquennial digests. Every 5 years, All India Report, AIR, or the Supreme Court cases, SEC, will publish digests. 1955 to 60, 60
cases.
So, if you're talking about, say, Indian Evidence Act or the Hyderabad Municipal Corporation Act, we'll pick up one section of that particular from the digest and read all the judgments. Some of the judgments are in our favor, some are against us. Then we'll pick that particular volume of the book. With the judgment AER 1977 Supreme Court page 115, if it is in our favor, then we'll go to our seniors' offices like Sri D.V. Subbarao garu
yes.
or Lanka Jagadla Venkateswara garu, because they had bigger libraries.
Yes.
We used to go there
and concur with them. Yes.
And write in their register saying that today I'm borrowing so and so book from you.
Lovely.
All the lawyers, big lawyers, they had a register. We used to pick up that book, take the books to the court, and then argue. Now click on the button.
Yes.
I can pick 100 judgments from my
So how efficient these kids can be now.
Exactly. It all depends. You should know where to sit.
Yes.
Which button to press.
Very good. Very nice.
They have hazard reasons to learn. And then investigation is very easy now.
Correct.
My days, investigation was very, very tedious. If my senior says, Ravi, pick up this judgment on these lines, there are days when we would never go home also. Sit in the library, go through the compendia, pick up a judgment, go to seniors, bigger seniors' offices where entire library is available.
Then refer.
Now, we used to pick up 10, 15 judgments, put it in an auto rickshaw and bring it to our
Bring it.
office. Then
It
our senior
is-
will read all that and say, no, no, this is not good.
This is not
We used to
valid.
filter out of 10 judgments that we pick up, we used to filter 2 of them and say, these 2 are in our favor. Now, if I say that the judgments or the question that you put, the right of a child born in a live-in relationship, if I
You get
Google to
everything.
that, I'll get 100 judgments.
And with AI, you get much more information.
AI, in fact, when it comes to AI, I have to tell you, I did try that as a search engine on a specific aspect. Okay, relating to GST Act. Okay, and the AI gave me few judgments, and then I noted down the judgments, and then sent to my senior counsel who was in Hyderabad. I was assisting him. I was the counsel on record. Senior counsel, we had to argue. 2 days after, he calls me and says, Ravi, none of these judgments relate to the case.
Oh,
different.
general information.
So, the Supreme Court recently said, let us not
Use AI.
AI is not
Yeah.
act as far as the investigation process.
Correct.
Whereas we have other search engines. We have other search engines which can give you, like if you pay for it, you subscribe.
Yes,
Supreme Court cases, All India Reporter.
You can pay
subscribe.
for it.
You can search, and every judgment that is flashing on the screen, that is in your favor.
Yes.
You can decipher which judgment that you
You
want.
want.
So the search had become very, very easy. My son picks up a judgment like that.
I know this generation is very good too.
Before I say, he calls me Nanagaru, these judgments are in our favor.
Wonderful.
My days, again, I always say this, my days, they were different.
Yes, that's
We
true.
used to say, and then we used to call our friends, do you have, like our friend, Justice Somi.
Yes.
So we all used to have diaries. If we come across a judgment which is very interesting, goes in our favor at any point of time, we in our diaries, we used to note down. So and so principal, AAR, All India Reporter, Andhra Pradesh, High Court, page number 10. So I would call Somi, Anna, do you have any judgment on these lines? So he'll refer to that and say, Ravi,
This is it.
we used to discuss and debate. Now, if you're interested,
One
to
click
learn,
and you know it.
it is very easy.
I can go on and on and on, but time doesn't permit us. And I'm so happy to have you with me. It's been a lovely discussion with you. For all those who are watching, I hope this session was an eye opener for you. I was not asking him about him, his family, or where he studied. I asked him about what you and I wanted to know about the corruption in the system, about the controversies, the scandals, and above all, what a lawyer like him took into that room. So I hope you also were able to understand why the legal system is still intact in a country like India. If you're not subscribed to Meet Meenamma, do it right now. And friends like me, call Ravi Bond. He's indeed the James Bond of the industry. So we can have James Bond like Ravi sitting here only if you subscribe. Do it fast. Have a wonderful time. And remember, every Friday, 5 p.m., we bring you a new James Bond to talk to with Meenamma. God bless you.